Watch TY react. Louisiana mom killed less than 24 hours after helping police arrest her son for murder. Y'all know we don't waste no time. Let's get right to it.
Nobody wins when the family feels.
I ain't gonna lie, this song going hard a little bit.
What I see, they don't know what I witnessed. They don't know how I been broke. Got that dope in the kitchen. I would focus was tripping. Touching bowls with extensions. Young been standing out the way and he been home for a minute. Know some niggas probably gonna take my dome from slipping.
You got in my car and left them drugs in my car? Hell no. No, remember you said you was
Those lyrics was going hard.
These drugs in your car.
So is this the son that got locked up for murder?
Yeah, he said he left. It's his shit.
Fam, normally I don't give my opinion on these stories, but when it comes to a story like this, it hits me differently. I come from that background, so it's not much you can tell me to make me think otherwise that you're a sucker. If you're killing an innocent woman in her 70s for being a citizen because you want to live by that street code, in real life you're a female dog, and every bone in you is soft. And trust me, that's me being you too.
That's crazy.
Family, today we talk about a mom who played for her.
Y'all know I don't really pause it, but y'all killed this elderly lady because her son did something? What has the world gotten to, yo?
Her son to turn himself in and gave his location up after he was wanted for murder. In return, she was stabbed to death by her own nephew, who was upset for giving up his location, which happened less.
The nephew? The nephew?
Than 48 hours of her making a Facebook post, which we'll later read, and her adopted son being turned in, having her blood spilled for retaliation. Today we go over this story, go over the details.
Your own nephew? Your family?
Respect to the victims. But before we go over this one, I want you guys to remember, I don't give you no angle. I just give you the story. So with that being said,
you can't trust family,
like,
bro.
Comment and subscribe. We're gonna jump right to it.
You can't trust family.
Visit a place called Houma, Louisiana, located in Terrebonne Parish in southern Louisiana, around 50 miles southwest of New Orleans. It serves as a parish seat. The city has rich cultural heritage, influenced by Creole, Cajun, and Native American.
So they got some good seafood, some good Cajun seafood boils, huh?
One of the larger cities in the region, causing a huge gap between wealthy, rich, and poor. Born as an orphan and owner, was a kid who went by the name of Joseph Paul Williams. But at 2 years old, he would be adopted by a lady named Joyce Williams, now 75 years old in 2025.
Shout out to Miss Joyce, you know, for adopting a 2-year-old. That's so dope.
He got older and realized that Miss Williams had took him in at 2 years old. But as he got older, he shifted towards the streets, and Miss Williams no longer had control of her adopted son. And on the very first day in 2025, according to Houma Police Department, Miss Williams' adopted son had committed a murder alongside a female. It was a Wednesday, January 1st, 2025. HPD had reported that officers responded to the 2600 block of Bryant Street at around 1:22 p.m., where they found 31-year-old Tyson Vincent with multiple gunshot wounds. He was pronounced deceased at the scene. May he rest in peace and love condolences to his family. Fam, this is a picture of Vincent and his crown Victoria. When he lost his life, his brother went to...
It's always something with a female, though. Like, why y'all females be so down to do some crash out shit?
We got your son. Brother, he's straight out here. Brother, watch over us. Long live youngin' Kane. Now, I wanted to show you guys a picture of Vincent and his car, because according to HPD, that's the same car he lost his life in, a Crown White Victoria. They said the initial investigation shows that Vincent was sitting in his car when 27-year-old Joseph Paul Williams and 20-year-old Aja Rittenhouse had approached the vehicle. As Joseph let off multiple rounds, striking Vincent as he pleaded for help before the two ran away. Now, Rittenhouse, the female suspect, she was arrested the same day. As mentioned 20 years ago.
She gonna talk and she gonna get a deal, watch.
That everything that we just mentioned was correct, but for almost 2 weeks, authorities couldn't locate the alleged trigger man, Joseph Williams. So at first they raided his mom's house, which was the same day Rittenhouse was arrested. But he wasn't home. But his mom, Miss Williams,
Y'all gotta understand, when y'all do some dumb shit, y'all put y'all family involved, and that's not fair.
This morning I was woke up by the city police and task force. They were looking for Joe and not me, and they put me on Facebook. But when something happened in their family, I don't put no one on Facebook. Instead of Facebooking the things that happen, you are put in consideration of how the person may feel at the time and go to see if anything you can do to comfort them. I got woke up out of my sleep not knowing what in the world was going on in this world, and
y'all woke this elderly lady up out her sleep.
But it hurts me. I apologize for the grind.
Her son put her through that. That's crazy.
The next day, or where Joseph was at, Miss Williams went to Facebook on January 3rd, 2000.
I hope they tell you why he did it, like why he killed that guy.
I'm coming asking for prayers first. Then I'm coming to ask my son Joseph Paul Williams to turn yourself in. If you don't know how to turn yourself in, try to find Jerome Barker. Try to find a pastor, or even call me, and I will try to meet you halfway. I love you as a child. You came into my life at 2.5 years old. I raised you as my child. But I want to let the world know, when your children get grown and walk out the door, you cannot say my child did not do anything. Whatever they have done, you are still their parents. You still have feelings. But I asked Joseph to give up himself. Do not get anyone else in trouble. Do I say like Loretta? If you can't do the time, don't do the damn crime. It's no periods, fam, until the very end.
We need more parents like this. We need more parents to hold your kids accountable.
But Ms. Williams continued. And I'm asking you this one more time to give it up. Give up. You're wrong for this. You have no right to live. If you don't want to live, that's your problem. But hey, at the end of the day, it comes down to you giving up your life. You're going to live alone. You come down taking a life, and they take your life today. I'll bury you tomorrow. That's how much I love you. That's how much I want you to get off this earth to be a problem for someone else. You have taken a father from his child. You don't know how bad it hurt.
Just listening to him read her post, it just sounded like he just became like so much of a burden on her. Like he just put so much stress on her. So just like, look, she just fucking had it with him.
Hurts me, but God will and must be and get it done. But then Miss Williams wouldn't make another post until 2 weeks later. At this time, her son still has yet to be found. But on January 15, 2025, she went to Facebook and wrote the following. My son gave himself up today. Now I can rest as a mother, and I'm sorry for what he had done, taking a father from his child and his mother. Joseph, I'm sorry. I tried to raise you the best way I know how. Now, you're on your own. But unfortunately, little did Miss Williams know, that would be her last Facebook post. After her blood nephew would take matters into his own hands, a man in his 40s, because he disagreed with Miss Williams helping authorities locate her son Joseph. Now before we go into details about what he did, let's talk about the arrest of Joseph. According to
he's a sick man, killing that elderly lady. Yeah.
Locations and the whereabouts of Joseph P. Williams. An unknown source, who the nephew claimed to be his mother, provided crucial information that led officers to the whereabouts of Williams. He was taken into custody without incident and transported to the Parish Criminal Justice Complex. Joseph P. Williams has been booked and has been housed for his outstanding warrant on charges of second-degree murder and possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. The HPD had thanked the community as well as released this photo. Now here's the key information that I must give you guys. This guy who we about to introduce is Miss Williams' nephew, but is Joseph's biological brother. He's identified as 45-year-old Gregory Gaither. January 16th,
you're a sick man, Gaither.
HPD have responded to a call of a stabbing on Isabel Street at around 10 a.m., which happens to be the home of Miss Williams. When officers arrived inside the home, they found Joyce Williams, 75 years old, with stab wounds. Miss Williams was taken to an area hospital, where she later died. May she rest in peace. I love condolences to her family.
That's sick.
Miss Williams was in the argument with her nephew Gregory at the time of the stabbing. During the fight, police say Gregory had struck and stabbed Miss Williams multiple times. But Gregory stayed on the scene until police arrived and was taken into custody without incident, according to authorities. Now, Gregory has been booked in this same criminal
so like when he go to jail, they gonna beat his ass.
Murder. Crazy story to say the least. Once again, rest in peace to all the victims that we talked about in this story. But man, to Miss Williams, that situation crushed me.
It's like
and the fact that
you don't have the right words to say how you feel. It's like
keeping the older generation off limits. It hurts me. It really does. As far as the brothers, whatever happened to
it's
them,
no cold, bro.
And there's more developed family. You know I'm gonna keep you guys updated. Sending love and prayers to all the families. Family, it's time for you guys to talk to me in the comments. This was the story of
It's
a
no code, man.
75-year-old woman, a mom from Louisiana, who lost her life in gruesome fashion for helping her child make at least one good decision by helping him turn himself in by the hands of the child that she took in at 2.5 years. Biological brother. Talk to me in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
This is sick. So the nephew killed the aunt just because she did the right thing by helping her son turn himself in because he did a murder? This world's cooked. The world's cooked. Like, how can you do that to that lady? She did the right thing. But when he get to jail, they gonna beat his ass. I promise you. But like and subscribe. I see y'all in the next one.